We was too busy laughing about Bob Knight there.
I'm
It ain't
not
funny,
sure
but-
I've got us on yet. I'm going to make sure I think I do.
All right.
Yeah, we're on.
Yeah, I heard that last thing from Bob Knight, and it's like I had a guy tell me one time,
Snuck up on me.
be careful what you ask for, you just might get it.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Oh, me. So we're on the air.
What do you think we are? Well, we're at least on the radio.
Well, we're on the radio. I'm waiting on the other to queue up. We're supposed to be on Facebook and YouTube.
Okay.
And I have turned it on,
Yeah,
but it doesn't say that it's on. Now we're on the air. We're on WDXE.
Yeah, we're on WDXE. I can look at YouTube and see if we're on live at YouTube already. But I don't know.
And I'm on Facebook trying to find it myself. So we'll see.
Well, I see you over there. We're on. Yeah, I see Kevin.
Well,
and
all right.
I see me.
There we are. Yeah, we're on.
Yeah, we're on.
Okay. See,
We didn't even know it.
High tech stuff.
it
going
pays
on.
to have people who know what to do.
Exactly.
So there we go. Anyway,
Well, anyway.
how are you? How are you fellas?
Well,
man.
I'm doing good. Hey,
Listen, I just want to say this. Kevin comes in. We need to get some kind of a grip on this guy.
Yeah.
He comes in and causes all kind of havoc.
Well, I like to stir Lonnie up a little bit.
Lonnie Box, bless his heart, he's
He's
not-
goosey.
when you come in on Thursdays, the rest of the day he ain't right.
You're exactly right.
Well, good.
Okay.
Good. Keep him on his toes.
There you go. All right.
Well, this is a.
It's all on you, buddy.
It's all on me.
That's all he had.
What do you
Talk about Lonnie?
This is a wrap. This is a wrap. What about Lonnie?
What in the world have you done to us?
My goodness. So I heard the Fox News a few minutes ago that jobless claims in America was up in the month of October to 217,000 jobless claims. And I'll get the white elephant out of the room. That went up to 217,001. I joined the ranks.
Did you join the ranks?
I joined the ranks of the jobless. And so.
Well, I got a job for you.
If you ever wonder what jobless folks in Tennessee do, well, I'm right here.
You get on the radio.
exactly what happened.
And on YouTube.
So, a lot of folks have been calling and asking. I'm no longer the general manager at Heritage Automotive, and Heritage
Okay.
used to bring this hour to us. And anyway, I'm still part owner,
Yes.
but I'm just not the general manager. So it's
You're
one of those
still
deals.
deeply involved, but you're
Yeah.
just not the general manager.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. So that sort of clears the air. on
That frees
things
you
like-
up. That frees you up to help me.
Oh, there you go.
So there you go.
So I had a lovely lady come in here a few minutes ago and say, "Hey, on your show, will you give away 2 tickets, swanky tickets?
Swanky?
You ever
What?
you ever had any swanky tickets?
Oh, those are swanky.
Yeah, they
Look
are.
at those.
This is
Swanky
a
Southern Nights.
so I'm reading this. This is a VIP event. Season pass holders only and sponsors only. So these are sponsor tickets, it looks like.
Yes.
Wow.
And it's going to be at the Reserve, I think, or something like that, or
Yeah.
down at the Crockett Theater. So
Yeah.
other things are, I think you got a backstage meeting at the Reserve and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, something like that. I don't really know.
So this is for the Crockett Theater and Swanky Southern Nights, featuring Brenda Lynn Allen and
That'd
Mackie
be a nice night.
Kaler.
Here, I'll take those.
Hey,
You give them to
those.
me.
There you go. You can, but
Can
it
I
didn't take
have
long.
them?
That didn't take long. No, but
I'll just
listen,
take them.
Congratulations.
those are
have
given to
those.
us by those are given to our show today by the Bank of Frank, and the Bank
cool.
of Frank is right next door, and I should
right.
say their name officially, the
Yeah.
Bank of Frank Ewing.
Bank of Frank Ewing.
Or if you,
Everybody's not as hip as you are.
yeah, but if you're from the South, it's the Bank of Frankie Wing. So
Oh, you
I don't think he would mind me saying this at all. You remember Frank Brewer?
yeah,
Frank Brewer had a check cashing business there at the same shopping center as me where
Yep.
I am. And I used to call that the Bank of Frank.
I like that. The Bank of Frank.
I guess it kind of was, wasn't it?
So if we got anybody listening today who needs 2 tickets to see the Swanky Southern Nights featuring Brenda Lynn Allen and Mackie Kaler, I've got 2 VIP tickets right here, courtesy of the Bank of Frank.
Yeah.
And
Well, someone's calling already. They may
First,
want them.
hey, first come, first serve.
Let's
This
see
is
what
a-
happens.
Yeah.
Hey, good morning. Are you calling for the tickets?
Yes, sir, I am.
You
All
are.
right.
Well, what name you want to put on these tickets?
Randy Weeks.
Randy
Randy.
Weeks. There you go.
Weeks.
Congratulations, Randy.
All right, Randy. We'll put them up front for you, okay? It'll be after 9 o'clock.
You talking about being cold in the holler this morning?
Yeah.
20 degrees down there this morning.
Woo, that's cold.
Y'all so fast and keep up the good work, Jeff.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you, man.
Good job.
Yeah.
Randy Weeks, congratulations. You are
Hey,
going
yeah.
to the swanky event they're having down there.
Right.
It gets more swanky every time. And thank you to the Bank of Frank.
Right. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
We'll figure this out.
Yeah, we'll figure that out. The tickets will be here. So, talking about things, different jobs. We've been talking about Lanny Hurst, and Jeff, you're on the board of directors for Lanny and his new. Is it officially called the horse hockey business?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, we have debated over names,
Yeah.
but yes, we like horse hockey.
Okay. So one of the
Glad somebody does.
exactly.
There's so many uses.
Well, you should have asked Steve Frisbee when you had him in here the other day whether he likes it or not, and so. That's a different story. He might not even remember the story, so I don't know. So we have we've been talking the last couple of weeks about some internet acronyms and it being a totally different language and things you might see online these days.
Yes.
And so I just want to bring folks up to speed a little bit, and you guys have got to play along. You got to, if you know these things, because you guys text. Do you tweet?
Yeah.
You tweet?
I don't tweet,
No,
but
no
I text.
tweets. I do text you.
What? If
There's
it's
no
not-
more tweets though.
So do you X? Is that what it's
That's
called?
what's called Xing now.
Do you X?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But no, I read the X's,
Okay.
and I heard it on the X.
You heard it on the X. I like that. So, the only online thing I do is I text
Yes.
and I watch YouTube. But even if you do those things,
Well, you do Facebook too, don't you?
no, I have never had a Facebook.
What is
page.
wrong with
He
you?
will not do
Man,
Facebook.
Man, I'm telling you, it is a freedom not to have Facebook, and you ought
Well,
to try it.
you probably should try it.
You think I should try
You
Facebook?
should.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
That's a junkie telling you. See.
All right, so here's the first acronym that you will see on the internet. Listen, this is a phenomenon on YouTube, and people are getting millions and millions of views. And if you need a side hustle, Jeff, this would be a good side hustle for you. But also, Lanny has the voice for it.
I need one more thing to do.
So I don't know if it shows up. Does this show up on the screen correctly?
Yes, it's showing up.
S. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
So when you look at it online, can a viewer read that correctly?
Yes.
Should be.
Okay, so that's our first acronym today, ASMR. And we've been talking about this for the last couple of weeks, but what really is ASMR? Lanny, you need to be watching this because this is your business. This is your side hustle. So you got the car business, he's got the horse hockey business, and this could be a side hustle. So,
ASMR. We don't
so
know
what
what that
is-
is.
so if you go to YouTube and you just type in ASMR, hundreds of videos will pop up, and new content creators will be out there. And since I got a hot microphone, I can sort of. Are you looking it up already?
Well, yeah.
Okay, so I'll demonstrate it right here. So most of the time when you look up an ASMR, they're going to be whispering like this right here, and they're going to be, and you can hear their voice, and they may do things like.
Well, I'm looking at all of them, and I
like
still
this
don't know
right
what
here.
it is.
So let me tell you what it is. ASMR. Do you know what it stands for? Even
That's
That's
what
what I
we're
was
working.
going to ask you.
okay. So it stands for Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response. So I mean, you guys should have known that. I mean, what?
I should have known that.
Yeah, exactly.
Autonomy.
Autonomous sensory meridian response. And
Yeah.
so here, let me just give you the definition if you need the definition. The definition is it's a term to describe a tingling, static-like or goosebump sensation in response to a specific triggering audio or visual stimuli. All right, so
Oh, so they're trying to trigger goosebumps. But,
yeah. So let me the opposite of that would be running your fingernails down a chalkboard.
Well, yeah.
you ever have a response to that?
That'd raise the hair on the back of your neck.
Actually, that is an ASMR type response.
Okay.
And so, what triggers this in a lot of people, and it doesn't me, I've been watching these videos and I'm thinking, well, that doesn't do nothing for me, is that some people's voices and some tapping on things. And I can remember having Cleo Hammond in high school, and if you were tapping on your desk, he would immediately respond to that. And he would say, Keith, are you having a
Quit
heart
that tapping.
He said, Keith, you having a heart attack over there? I said, no, sir, I'm not. I'm just tapping on the desk. So,
You know, Daniel has a habit of
yeah.
tapping on my son Daniel, and,
Yeah.
and it irritates Teresa to no end.
Yeah, see,
She doesn't
he's
want-
doing some ASMR
She
then.
does, she doesn't. She'll take it for a couple of seconds maybe, and like, quit that tapping.
Yeah. So are there certain sounds that you like? If there's certain sounds that you like, it means that you have an ASMR response to that.
Oh.
And I'll tell you certain sounds that I like. And
All right.
So you guys obviously know I don't like to watch people lick ice cream. So, but
So is it the sight or the sound?
it's either one of
slurping.
those.
A slurp.
Either one of those is I'm out. But I like to hear cake batter being mixed in a bowl with a spoon.
Really?
Yeah, that's an awesome sound. So I'm thinking about starting my own ASMR channel and just mixing up cake batter and letting people listen to it. Hey, you think that's stupid, but I'm gonna guarantee you.
Well, no,
hey, all right, here's what I'm gonna do. Let's do a test on this. I've got my own YouTube channel. It's called K Fix It. I've got one video out there.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna put by next week I'm gonna put out a video of me mixing up some cake mix, and I'm gonna label it ASMR cake mix. And let's see how many views we get in a month's time.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right. I'm going to
Do
do
you want us to do one too?
Yeah, we want you to go to Lanny, and we want you to let Lanny read like 3 pages out of the Betty Crocker cookbook. And,
That's a good idea.
Yeah. And if you'll film him doing that, I'll put it on my channel,
That's a good idea.
and we'll call it Lanny ASMR.
Yeah.
So, but there's
like
a
it.
What if he started reading while mixing cake batter?
then the world might implode. You never know.
Yeah.
So I have some things here. I want to start off with some things that I have come up with that I think are very important acronyms to have on the internet, and especially if you're a texter or a Xer or tweeter or whatever you.
Are
want
we
to call
gonna
it
get
these
to tell
days.
you what our favorite sounds are?
Yeah, let me know. I want to hear it.
You
got
say
one?
one? No. I don't
Hey, and I'll tell you what my favorite.
Oh.
What's your favorite feel? That also has an ASMR response.
Your favorite feeling?
Yeah, no, the favorite, like your
Something
touch.
you feel of.
Something you
Oh.
feel of. Yeah, that's a tough one right there.
I don't know. I'm gonna scratch on that one a while.
I'm going to tell you, mine's going to be weird, but I like to take a paintbrush and rub my fingernails over the end of the paintbrush. It has a great feeling
Yeah.
on the inside of your
Yeah,
fingernails.
I can see that.
Yeah, so I may do that on a video too, and just see how many.
just record the sound.
Yeah, say, listen, it can't be a cheap paintbrush.
I don't
either.
know if this would count or not, but when we eat, if I have a paper napkin, I end up rolling it into the tightest ball that I can.
Yeah.
Get and see how round I can get it. I end up doing that, and it's almost subconscious. I'll end up with a round, really as tight as I can get it, as hard as I can make it, and round.
Wow. So I've got a almost like that at a restaurant. I'll take the paper off my straw and I'll roll it up, and
Yeah, I
it
do
looks like
that
we
too.
got joints on the table. I was like, wow, what are you guys doing over
I
here?
like to see how
Cheech and Chong.
I like to see how tight I can roll that.
The end before it breaks.
No, the paper straw, the paper off the straw.
Yeah.
Roll it from the end down and make it just as tiny a little circle as I can make it.
Oh, okay.
That's
Jeff is a tiny circle maker.
I like to make tiny circles.
There you go. Yeah, hey, let me tell you, you need to film yourself doing that and put it online. And
That's it.
There you go.
Now I'm in.
Real estate is number 2. Real estate will be your side hustle one day.
I will become rich and famous for my straw paper rolling.
Okay, so
So what was your favorite sound?
Sound, honestly, I thought about this. I don't know if you call it a favorite sound, but I really enjoy late evening, right before dark. Sometimes you can hear a Chuck Will's willow bird, and I love to hear it.
okay, I've never what?
Cake batter over here.
Yeah,
Well, for many years I thought it was a
whippoorwill.
whippoorwill, but it's not. It's a Chuck Will's willow.
Chuck-will.
It's a Chuck Will's widow.
Does it sound like whippoorwill?
They sound very similar, but
Wow.
but they're slightly different. But anyway, you might as well say it's a whippoorwill. But that sound. I love to hear that
Yeah.
off in the distance. I can stand and just listen.
Does that make the hair on the back rise? Hair on the back of
No,
your
I
neck
just like
rise
to
up?
hear it.
Oh, you just like to hear it. That's good. Yeah, that's good.
I don't. It doesn't have that kind of reaction.
Kevin, what do you like to hear? Do you like to hear like an engine that's not misfiring or
Oh,
something?
no. I mean, like the ocean. Just
Oh, yeah.
Sit at the beach,
Yeah,
enjoy the ocean.
yeah. It's
But
relaxing.
you're looking for
Yes.
something to make the hair rise on your head, right?
I mean, that could be. I mean,
Well, I
you
mean,
could
my
have
hair
an ocean
lay,
sound.
I lay back with that now.
an unexpected train horn right on top of you.
you know, that would raise every hair.
Oh my goodness! This morning is not going to go right, guys. I'm going to tell you.
That'll get me every
Oh,
time.
yeah.
Okay, so I've got 4 things. I'm a huge texter, and I used to not be. I used to think what is texting, but then I got into the texting world.
Yes.
And I don't like to text for certain things. If it's just chit chat, I'm okay with it. If it's business related or if it's personal, I really don't like to text. I like to be face to face or talk on the phone.
Right, yes.
But, I like to hear the voice.
Okay.
Because if you guys will know, in texting and in other types of posting online, it's hard to read your demeanor online. You're like, well, somebody's mad at me, and they're like, no, I'm not mad at you at all. It's like, well, your text was in all caps.
All caps. You sent an angry face.
Your text sounded mad.
Yeah, exactly. You're exactly right, Jeff.
Your
that's
text sounded mad.
So I have come up with four things, acronyms for texters or for Xers or whatever.
Yes.
Here's my first one, and you guys can try to guess at these. NRR. This is something I've came up with, and I'm going to make it a standard for those who watch the show. Start using this. NRR. So what do you think NRR might stand for? And this is in the texting world.
No red reindeer.
You're pretty close. No is a good first word. But the red reindeer, you're way off. So,
No rest and relaxation.
So you ever send a group text? You guys ever do group text?
Well, yeah,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
involved in
Well,
group text sometimes.
All right, so what's the worst thing about group
involved,
text?
I'm trapped in a couple.
Everybody keeps answering.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
And
that-
your phone keeps going off.
Exactly. So during a group text, this right here, NR, if you'll just include this at the very first of the group text, it means no response required. If you're
Yes.
if you're
Okay.
just sending out some info to a group of people,
Yes.
no response required.
Okay.
Okay, so since this one is no response required,
This
this one
must
right
be-
here should be easy for you right here.
Railroad.
That is real. That does stand for railroad.
So that would be response required.
Or it could be rut roll.
Yeah, railroad. I like that one. That's the best one yet. Railroad.
Roll right.
My wife says she's going to start using this, as a matter of fact, because
Response
Because you
required.
don't respond.
well, my problem is I don't walk around with my phone. I'm not like most folks. And Kevin can attest to this.
Yeah.
My phone is gone most of the time. I lose my phone all the time. So RR means response required. So if you need the person or the group to respond back, that's the one you use. All right. So here's a couple of them that I really like.
Well, I know that one.
What is it?
E.O. Kaufman.
E.O. Kaufman. Yeah, if you live in Lawrenceburg, we all know what EOC stands for.
EOC.
Yeah, no, I didn't. This actually is a real one. I didn't come up with it, but it's one I like to use. It's not used very much, but it's one I like to use. And my wife told me that if I said either the next two, this one or the next one, that I'd be in trouble.
Uh-oh.
Is it that bad?
So you've ignored your wife this morning.
Yeah, exactly. So
EOC. I don't know.
All right. So have you ever got a text or been in a conversation in text, and you didn't know when to stop?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
EOC means end of
of
conversation.
conversation.
End of conversation.
Okay.
So that means the
Well, see,
person.
you could be accused of being mad at that point.
Oh yeah, and that's cool.
Well, you so mad for?
End of conversation.
Yeah,
In
you
other
know,
words, don't talk to me no more.
If I'm watching The Voice, I don't want you texting me during the middle of The Voice. I'm trying to listen to things, you know.
Yeah, if you sent that to me, it hurt my feelings.
Well, this one would probably really hurt your feelings. Here's the last one, and I came up with this, and this is the one my wife said that she would probably
Let me write this down.
divorce me. Okay, write that down, Jeff.
IDTAT.
Yeah.
Let's see.
IDTAT.
I don't tell all that.
That's pretty close.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I'm done talking about that. So if you ever get a text or you ever get a tweet or something,
Oh, my
and
gosh.
people are talking to you about something that you don't care to talk about. Hey, listen, I got in a text conversation about a week ago that I don't know how I got to be a part of it, and you know, and I was like, hey, I'm done talking about that, and they dropped me off the text string.
There you go.
So thank you, I
I'm
appreciate
all
it.
finished.
IDTAT. So if you're writing these
I'm
down,
done talking about that. That's
Yeah.
pretty good,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
Because you need that every once in a while.
yeah, exactly. It
But now I want
comes
to
in
know.
handy.
I want to know why your wife. Have you used that on your wife before?
No, she told me if I used that on her that she would be mad. At me.
Well, I would say. Let me just give you the voice of experience here. I tried that one time.
Yeah.
Guess what? I'm not. We're still gonna talk about it.
I tried that one time, and it didn't go over very well.
Oh me. Well, I've got a bunch of these today, and we'll talk about these. So if you're looking online, you can You can see these online. But here's the first. I'm going to start off with the easiest, most used
And I've
acronym.
used this one a lot.
All right. Have you used it this week?
I haven't used it this week, and I don't use it very often.
Really?
You don't?
No.
Why, are you not jolly?
No.
Oh, okay.
He ain't getting good enough jokes.
I
We need
just
to send him some better jokes.
I generally avoid using these at all.
Okay, so this LOL means
Yes.
laugh out loud.
Yes.
Or laughing out loud.
I'm not saying I haven't used it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I kind of avoid it.
But what it does, it's not just, somebody sends you something funny, you can do a single response of LOL.
Right.
Or if you're doing something that you want to change the tone or the tone of the text, you also text LOL, like,
I'm joking.
hey, come get this broke down car, LOL, or
Yeah,
something.
well,
This
yeah.
piece of junk car or
Okay.
whatever, and
Right.
put LOL at the end. That means you have a humorous
Yes.
effect to it. So anyway, LOL is the most commonly used. Now, these right here, I'm going to have to flip my page over here. These are I downloaded the 100 most commonly used. I'm just doing like the top 25. Okay.
Okay.
So I have never used this, and but
Good
a
to
lot
go.
of that's pretty close.
Good to go.
That's pretty close.
Got to go.
Got to go.
Got to
Okay.
go.
Got to go is what it. So if you're
I've
in a
never used it, but
if you're in a
makes sense.
conversation and you need to end it because the voice is on, the commercial break is over, you can do G2G and that
Got
should-
to go. Okay. See, the good to go is a phrase I commonly use.
Yeah, so you could use for good to go also,
Yeah. Okay.
and then put a LOL at the end.
But see that's why I don't use these things much because
What you mean it to be?
They may take it as something else.
Yeah, so G2G, the G, the number 2, and the G stands for gotta go.
Isn't that the formula for water? No, I'm just kidding.
That's the formula for gravy.
Gravy. Okay.
Gravy is gravy.
Water gravy.
Yeah, exactly.
Hoover gravy, as you said.
Okay, so here's one you'll see all the time on YouTube or on the internet. Here, IMO, for our listeners out there on the radio, IMO.
This is kids that dress in black, right? Emo.
Emo, no.
IMO.
IMO.
In my
Yeah, there you go. In my opinion.
In my opinion, okay. Yeah, see?
So you've got to throw that out there
I'm
because
just-
it protects your First Amendment rights on anything you say. Just put IMO and you're protected.
I've even seen IMHO.
Yeah, IMHO is
I've
a
seen
is a
Honest
my-
opinion.
Honest opinion or humble opinion?
both.
Well,
it stands
I
for
ain't talking
both.
about humble, yeah.
Does both?
Yeah.
Okay.
In my humble opinion.
In my humble opinion.
Because your opinion may not be honest.
It's,
Even though I'm not all that humble.
So IMO is one of those. Now the next one's Jeff, Kevin. You've got young kids, right? And if you got young kids or grandkids, and you're listening on the radio or you're watching online, you need to write these next 4 or 5 down, because these are things that kids are using, and they'll be self-explanatory in a minute. All right,
Paul.
P-A-W.
P-A-W.
So if you ever look over your kid's shoulder at what they're texting or what they're chatting online and stuff like that.
Okay.
So P-A-W.
Parents are watching?
Parents are watching.
Okay.
So if
When you said you're looking over the shoulder, yeah.
yeah, so if your kids are in a conversation and it's probably a conversation they shouldn't be in, they'll type in PAW, parents are watching.
Well, in my circumstance,
Yeah.
my children don't have their own phones at all.
Yeah.
So they do text with their
Congratulations
friends.
on that.
They do text with their friends, but they have to do it on my phone or their mama's phone. So they know we're watching all the time anyway.
Oh, that's good.
How about that?
Yeah.
So that's actually awesome. I wish I'd have waited a little while for my kids got.
Now, May's getting to the age where it's probably going to be getting pretty close. She's going to be driving soon. She's already permitted and doing her education driving. So
Yeah.
at some point, we'll probably be thinking about getting her a phone.
You have to get her a phone because you have to keep up where she had Life 360
right.
and all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
all that stuff. So
Okay, so here's the next one, and these of course the P is parents or parent, parents or parent. So this is the
Parent
next
in
one.
the room.
There you go.
look
Parent
at you.
in the
Parent
room.
in the room.
Yeah.
PITR. Parent in the room.
That is correct, and that is used a lot in the online world, and especially where gamers are involved. And there's some language that's taking place.
Yeah.
Somebody may type PITR and the language tones down and stuff like that. So
That's one to watch.
yeah, that's one to watch. So if you're a parent, PITR, if you see your kids type that, they're letting their friends know that there is a parent in the room.
Yeah. And I've had to ask sometimes because May uses them, even on our phone, she uses these, and she's had to tell nothing bad.
Right.
But I just didn't know what these things meant.
Right.
You know?
Right. All right. So here's one that's, this is that is our slogan for the Lanny Hurst business. PBB.
Yeah.
What does that stand for?
It's pro bull bull.
There you go.
It's pro bull bull.
PBB.
Peanut butter and bagels.
I like that. I like that would actually be pretty good for this PBB. So parents, if you see this particular acronym, it is also letting their friends know that their parents are behind their back.
Oh.
So it's
I
almost
got
like
that.
parents are watching over my shoulder type thing.
Wow.
Parents behind my back.
PBB, parent behind back.
Parent behind back.
They're keeping up with us, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. I'm telling you. I mean, there's like 4 or 5.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And then here's the other variation of that. POMS. POMS is
Parent on my side?
close.
Oh. 6?
POMS.
Is the last word last sight?
No.
What's the S for?
Shoulder.
Oh.
Parents.
Parent on my shoulder.
That's it. Parents on or over my shoulder.
Parents on over my shoulder.
All right. So I got.
And, you know, and if a parent knows this, and the kid's typing it, wouldn't you just pop your kid in the back of the head?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing this for.
Because, I mean, you know they're going to say, well, what does that mean? So,
You're right.
and they're going to say, oh, that's just,
But now we know.
but now we know.
I'm just letting my friends know that you're looking over my shoulder.
that's
That's
right.
it.
Okay, so here's the
Oh,
next
you
one.
fooled me for a second. I thought it was Kentucky Fried Chicken.
I went straight for the gas.
That's the first thing I thought. I went straight to the bucket.
That's Kentucky Pluck Chicken.
That's it. Yeah, we're glad they pluck them.
KPC.
KPC. Parents, if you're watching or looking at this or listening, and you see your kids do KPC, is something to be watching out for.
I have no idea. KPC, what is it?
KPC is used by kids all over the world. It says, and it means keep parents clueless.
Oh.
So leave them out of
Well, that one's keeping
out
me
of the loop.
clueless. I didn't have a clue on that one.
Yeah.
Well, I was clueless on that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I got one more pertaining to parents, and it's this one right here, and it's the one that you, if a stalker is after your child, you want your child to be posting. It says PAH. PAH.
PAH, what is that?
All right, parents at home. So my parents are at home. So that is a good one to know.
Wow. I tell you, the dangers of the internet world for children are real, and people need to know it.
Yeah, they are, and you know, people and these kids get lured to places, and we've got some things in here that if you see, I've got one especially in here that if you see pop up on your kid's screen, you need to notify authorities and stuff like that. So
Interesting.
yeah, so. Anyway, as you can see so far, it's a different language altogether.
And hey, by the way, the phone lines are open if you want to contribute to this.
Yeah,
If you
absolutely.
know something that we may need to know or need to share. So.
Yeah, or the ones that you use a whole lot and that they might not be using.
See, I don't BRB. Be right back.
You don't do that?
No, well, no, I don't. Because I'll never right back.
I'm never right back either.
Oh, me. Yeah, and somebody else's right back is different from my right
Yeah.
back. So my just a few minutes, whenever I do work for you, you understand that my few minutes are different than somebody else's few minutes. Here's one I use all the time.
JK.
JK.
Just kidding.
Just kidding.
Just kidding.
Yeah,
Okay.
JK stands for just kidding.
Good for you. You nailed it.
Yeah. Kevin's pretty internet savvy.
Oh man.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
You want to answer it?
That's Jerry. He always forgets we're on the radio.
Just kidding.
Just kidding. You've never had to do that?
No.
All right, so this is
So I really don't use these.
all right. So if you're sending out text and somebody responds with ZZZ,
Oh, you're putting them to sleep.
that's exactly right. That doesn't
They're
stand
bored.
for.
They're bored with the whole deal.
That's exactly right.
I
I'm
did- I-
bored with the conversation.
And I recognize that from just being a fan of cartoons.
Yeah, I was fixing to say this was. If you've been in the comic strip world,
Yeah, you know that.
ZZZ has been around for a
Yeah,
long
been
time.
a long time.
And it can represent that you're going to sleep.
Yeah,
It's
you
time to
can
go sleep.
represent going to sleep or just being bored.
Yep, exactly. So that is something from the oldies that has
You know
carried
what?
over.
Let me have that just a minute.
There you go.
Keith, we need to take this to church with us.
You could probably tape it on some folks in my church and they wouldn't know it.
If the pastor's not doing, a real good job, we can just kind of.
Yes, step it up there.
Hey, we could sit on a row and we could have those flip over numbers like, how's the sermon going? And like 4.5.
Yeah.
Step it up, Pastor.
We need some of those cars.
Yeah, you're getting close to some Z's, man. Pick it up.
I don't know if you guys remember Paul Norwood, but
yes.
I had spoken at the Rotary Club several different times, and Paul's job was to let you know when your time is up.
Oh yeah.
And I always thought, man, they need one of those at church.
My memories of him were at the fair.
Oh yeah,
When he used to MC the stuff, and he would make sure everybody would clap and all. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, and he ran the information booth forever.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Was he the one that always announced, so and so was looking for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know exactly what
And
you're
you could
talking
go
about.
up there with a bunch of fake names, and he'd read them all.
Yeah.
It was funny.
IP Rainwater. Come to the information booth.
All right, so here's one that stumped me, and I don't know if it's going to stump you guys, but this one really stumped me. QQ.
QQ.
If you get a text, or you can send a text QQ, it's just like the Z's. It doesn't stand for a word. It stands for
They're
something.
confused. You're confusing me.
No, it don't stand
Doesn't
for
stand
that.
for that?
No,
I've
it
got
is
questions.
It is. That don't stand for that, but that's a good one.
I've got questions. Or I know what it is. I'm looking at you through my glasses.
That is close. That is close.
So
What is
it's supposed
So
to
what's a
QQ?
QQ?
QQ means I'm crying.
I'm crying.
Oh, is that
Yeah.
the Q
but
part?
that's crying with laughter.
I don't know. It could be either one. I mean,
Because
you
that's
could do QQ LOL or
Most of the time when I see somebody say, I'm crying, it means that they've saw something that's made them laugh so much they're crying.
right. Yeah, it could be that
Or it could be,
you text somebody that
Text somebody.
somebody lost their job, and,
Yeah.
and then they could respond QQ.
QQ.
I'm crying. Okay. Okay.
Oh man, that's funny. If you can't make fun of it, what can you do?
There you go.
All right, we're going on. Here's one that you'll see a lot, especially if you're on YouTube. You can
POV.
POV. Write that down. Jeff's actually taking notes,
I'm
Kevin.
making notes.
You've not made a single note, Kevin.
POV.
I'm gonna fail this test.
I'll give you the slideshow when you go home.
POV.
POV. POV.
Point of view.
That is exactly
Point of
it.
view,
okay.
yeah.
Point of view.
Very good.
Why? Thank you.
You
So-
know, you would do good on one of those game shows.
Let's go.
He
So-
could be a game show
Exactly
contestant.
right. So this goes along with, in my opinion, or in my humble opinion, POV goes right along with those two because anytime that you think that you're going to be expressing something that might
Yeah.
offend somebody else, then you need to tag it with, in my opinion, or in my humble opinion, or this is my point of view.
My point of view.
And it protects your Second Amendment. Their Second Amendment is a gun. Your First Amendment right is it protects your Second Amendment right to carry a gun.
My point of
Your
view.
First Amendment right for free
Yeah, if
speech.
you've got a gun and you're talking about your point of view, that's a whole different
Yeah,
thing.
it's exactly right. Yeah, because your point of view on a gun is totally different.
That's right.
I may have said Second Amendment earlier. If I did, I stand corrected.
Well,
All right, so here's one that if you see this one, if you see this one on your kid's screen from another person, immediately end the conversation, this is it. ASL. If you ever see this, and let your kids be aware of this. If your kids are texting or they're talking online and someone sends them the message ASL, ask them to end the conversation immediately.
I don't know. I have no idea.
What about you, Kevin? It's pretty. Now,
uh,
you might even respond, Kevin, on this one. I don't know. ASL means age, sex, and location. So somebody's wanting to know your age, your sex, and your location. And
Wow.
Yeah, so that's if you see this on your kid's screen, somebody is trying. It's a dangerous place to go, and so but nobody in a good, healthy conversation is going to ask this of anybody.
That's wrong.
Unless you're on what's that website you go, the dating website? I just mean that you go to. I mean,
What the heck?
Well, thanks a lot. That's some questions they're going to answer.
farmers only or whatever, you
Yeah.
know, you might can.
Farmers only.
Kevin, if your wife's listening, I didn't mean that. I mean,
Well, no, so, see, she ain't listening to that because she's at work, but she'll listen to it tonight. So
Yeah.
I got to prepare and come up with that. I need some help.
exactly. So, folks, write that one down. ASL. If your kids are getting or any form of that, those three acronyms right there, 3 letters. All right, here's one that this one I have not used this yet, but I will use this.
Well,
It is. Let me tell our listeners. TL semicolon DR. TL semicolon
this
DR. This might be the most important one I've ever put up here today.
Too late to go to the doctor.
That's pretty close.
Is it really?
No, not really. But that's good though.
Well, you made me feel good for a second.
That is good.
Appreciate it.
TL semicolon DR.
DR.
Yeah.
Interesting.
All right. So
I have no idea.
So in the texting world, or in the world of online chatting and stuff like that, its brevity is its popularity, I guess, if I should put it that way.
Okay.
Because you can listen. I can text you a 1-sentence thing that would take me probably a minute and a half to tell you over the phone. So if you get a text that has TL semicolon DR, it means the person is telling you that it was too long and they didn't read it. Have you ever done that?
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, the other day, our youth director, Edgar Bozan, if you're listening, he sent out the Encyclopedia Britannica on a text, and I knew before I even read it that it was too long, and I didn't read it. You ever do that? I can tell you by the thickness of a book whether I'm going to read it or not.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You don't even give it a chance, huh?
I don't.
Yeah. If it's more than a paragraph, I'm out.
So, I mean,
Yeah, me too.
Was it something he was telling you was going to happen? He went into a diatribe about it?
Yeah, it's about a youth event that I'm a chaperone on that's coming up, and it was just
Apparently, he had all the.
all I need to know is the date and the time to be there. I don't need to know all the ins
He's
and outs.
giving you all the
Just-
trip details and everything?
Yeah, it was all.
Coupons in there?
And Edgar, I love you, buddy. I'm just using you as an example here, but yeah, it was just too long, and I didn't read it, and I didn't know how to respond. But if I had this the other day, I could have responded TL semicolon DR, and he might have said, "What's that mean?"
Yeah, that's exactly what I went back. I'd have sent you back about 3 or 4 question marks. What the heck are you talking about?
What?
Oh me! So I like that one right there.
Didn't read it.
Here's one that you're gonna. Whoa! I don't have this one written down. Oh yeah, here it is. This pertains to me.
CS.
CS.
Can't see.
Can't see. No, that's not it.
Oh.
That's pretty close, though. I mean, that's well, maybe not. if let's say, if you did not preface some of your online chatting or text with, in my humble opinion, or in my point of view, or anything like that, it could be CS. It could be CS for you.
Is that like BS?
No, it's pretty. No, it is in the end. I guarantee you.
CS.
CS.
Coming soon.
Charlie Sierra.
Coming soon.
No, but that's actually pretty good. I like that. We might add one for that.
Okay.
Coming soon.
To a
Coming
theater-
soon to a radio station near you. CS is career suicide.
I think of C.S. Lewis.
So I picked this one because it was just to me. I've never known of a situation where you would even write that. So, but I thought, well, surely, but it made the top 100 list. So
So it really is career suicide?
I guess.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
I thought you were
Yeah,
joking.
I did too.
No, that's honest. I mean,
I
that's
thought
what
you were making a joke.
No, that's what my paper says, and I downloaded it straight off the
Career
internet.
suicide.
Well,
Career
okay.
suicide.
So if you make this mistake, you could mess up your career.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's career.
Like being nice in the car business.
Well, I understand brevity and stuff, but how many
Career
times you
suicide.
going? I mean, will you use that?
Okay, so here's one, Kevin. You've probably used. This
Oh,
is
yeah.
a good one for your kids and your wife. because they always want to know where you are. Now, there's a phenomenon that takes place. This is OMW for our listeners. OMW.
I got that one.
You know what? Okay, so
OMW.
every afternoon, my wife calls me, and there's sometimes when I'm late getting home. But every time my wife calls, and she knows when it's late for me to be home. You know, I'm usually at home pretty much the same time these days. She will call me, and I'm always in my driveway. I don't, and it's.
You think she's looking out the window?
No, it's just a weird phenomenon. You can ask her. I'll say, she'll call and say, "Where are you at?" And I said, "Where do you think I'm at?" And she goes, "Are you in the driveway?" I said, "Yeah, I'm just pulling in the driveway." I mean, it's almost.
That happens to us too.
Yeah, so
That
I did
happens
just.
to us too. Teresa and I have ESPN.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
So it's an athletic reading of each
I mean,
other's mind.
we just know what's going on.
Oh, I like that. So I use this one with Spencer all the time. So I don't know if you guys know these days, but unlike back in the old days, there's not enough bus drivers today in Lawrence County. So
Right.
So if you don't have a bus driver for the afternoon, they just cancel the route or whatever. And so I'm always getting a call right in the middle of work days, and Spencer's bus is not running today. Can you pick him up? Or Spencer's texting me and said, "Hey, the bus didn't run. Can you come get me?" And I always say, "I'm on my way." OMW.
On my way.
On my way.
OMW. On my
Did you
way.
you knew that though,
Yeah.
didn't you?
Mhm.
Yeah, y'all
I did.
knew it.
I did know what that one was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've used that before. It's pretty
Yeah.
popular. On my way.
I haven't used it, but
I've said it.
You have said it.
I've said
I
it
say it
plenty.
all the time.
I'm on my way, I promise.
way.
I'm on the road.
Okay, here's one you said earlier.
Yeah.
BRB. This is a very common one. BRB.
Bring your bottle.
Bring up.
That's BYB.
I
ain't it?
have no idea. That's BYB. Yeah,
Oh, is it? Okay.
that's BYB.
BYOB,
Sorry.
yeah.
Why did I think that? I don't know.
BRB.
You thirsty.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking about the baby's bottle.
Oh. All right, so BRB is simply what, Kevin?
Be right back.
Be right back.
Be right back.
Be
That's
right
right.
back.
Johnny Carson there. We'll be right back. All right, so
That's a radio term. We'll be right
We'll
back.
be right back
Yeah,
after
we'll
these.
be right back with these messages from our sponsor.
After these obscene profit messages.
All right, I've got to flip my page over here, otherwise I won't know what this is. Okay, here's a really good one.
B,
B?
4N.
4N. B, the number 4, the letter N. B4N. B4N.
Before now?
You're pretty close. And
Before Ned?
yeah,
Before Nancy?
I have no idea.
the B is not right.
Oh, isn't I?
Or the word B that you're using.
Yeah.
The letter B is correct.
well,
the word
you
B
know,
is
I-
not right.
Is it bring?
No.
Bought?
Bye.
Bye.
Bye for now.
Oh,
Oh,
bye.
bye-bye.
Bye for
Okay.
now.
Bye for now.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
good way to, if you're in a text and you need to step away, you just do bye for now. Like if the voice comes on. That voice, I know.
So
and I
this
keep
is
using
longer
the
than
voice.
BRB.
The bad thing about this is most of the people I communicate with are not going to know what this is.
I know, but you can teach them because they're going to say, "What does that mean?" And
Well,
you
I
can
don't
tell
want to
them.
learn it myself.
Listen, but I'm in these text. You guys are too. You get these texts and they have these abbreviations, and we've got no clue what they mean.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Well, that's true.
that's how I learned what BRB was, because somebody BRB'd me one time. I'm like,
Somebody BRB'd you one
yeah.
time.
I said, what are you talking about? What does that mean? And they had explained to me, why didn't you just say that? But
So here's one I really like right here. Jeff, you probably need to use
I'm going
this
to write this down.
because you're a working man. Kevin is too, and sometimes you're working on things that you can't stop on. Let me read it for our listeners. DBMIB.
well, the last three was Men in Black, right?
No, it could be though. DBMIB. DBMIB. So if somebody sends this to
I'd
you,
like to buy a valve.
you'd like to buy a vowel. O. There is an O.
Don't bring me idiotic.
Okay, me is right. Me
Oh,
is
is it
me is
really?
correct right here.
That's right. Don't bother me. I'm busy.
That's
Oh,
exactly
my God,
right.
look at you go.
Wow,
You're so
you-
hip.
You want a new car?
Don't bother me. I'm busy.
Yeah.
You know, let me tell you. Let me tell you where I got that from. A Christmas Story.
Oh yeah.
He's standing in line, and you know the kids are irritating him. He says, "Don't bother me." Don't bother.
Oh my goodness!
I've watched it too many times.
I'll tell you what, I love.
Don't
shoot
bother
your
me.
eye out, kid.
Listen, I'm keeping that one.
I like the
Don't bother me, I'm
unboxing.
busy.
I like the unboxing scene the best.
Oh,
For
yes.
Jilly?
When he's unboxing the leg.
Yes. Well, there could be
fragile.
anything in here.
It's French.
It's an award. Fragile.
Oh my goodness. All right, I only got like 2 or 3 more right here.
man.
AFK. AFK. It's different from JFK, but it's AFK.
It's his cousin.
So this is also to let your the folks you're conversing with know your current state. AFK. Any guesses?
AFK. I don't know. AFK.
I have never used this, and I probably need to. I don't know how you would even use this. Matter of fact,
I'm afraid of knitting.
I like that.
I have no idea.
It means away from the keyboard.
Away from keyboard.
So this is how do you even type this if you're away from the keyboard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you need something. I'm going to be away from the keyboard.
Yeah, IGBAFK. I don't know.
Yeah.
Away
I don't know
from.
how you type it if you're away from the keyboard.
Yeah.
That makes no sense. But.
Well, you may be voice texting.
Oh yeah. Hey, didn't think about that.
I got in trouble once voice texting when it first came out.
Did
Wow,
text
what
something you
happened?
didn't say?
Well, it text something that I said what I thought I meant to say, but when when the text got sent, it said something totally different.
Oh yeah. Then there's no taking that back.
So it was a fellow real estate agent who happened to be female, and when I read the text actually back after I'd sent it, I was driving. And of course, you're not supposed to text and drive. This was way back when.
Yeah.
And so but anyway, I was voice texting, and I don't remember exactly what I was trying to tell the agent, but what came on the text message was something about I liked her bra.
Oh my goodness, that could be.
That was not good.
That could be pretty promiscuous there.
Well.
Yeah, you used to say, Siri, call Amy. It's like directions to McDonald's.
Yes.
Like, well, I don't know.
Oh, listen, I had one. Mine kept interrupting me once. I was trying to get the call,
Yeah,
and I would start to talk, and it would say I didn't get that, and it would interrupt me.
yeah.
And I finally got frustrated. I said, "Shut up and let me talk." And the thing said, I promise you, it said, "Did I deserve that?"
Really?
It did. I promise you.
I hope you apologized.
I did.
Man, that's
Sorry.
why I've got that stuff turned off on my phone. I don't want to be talking in a room and my phone pop up stuff. I've got all that turned off.
Okay.
So, and the government can't track me either.
Never.
All right, so the number 4, A-O, 4-A-O.
4AO.
4AO. If you see this, matter of fact, you may want to use this sometimes if you don't want your kids seeing this.
4AO.
4AO.
I have no idea.
Oh man,
Or an offer.
that's pretty close.
I don't know.
For adults only.
Oh. Okay.
For adults only. You ever been in an online chat or conversation that you maybe don't necessarily want your kids to see? This would be 4AO.
Huh.
So
Got me buffaloed there, buddy.
you may have to start
Apparently
using some of these.
Yeah.
All right, I'm down to my last one, and this is one that we all want to know, and I picked this out because WTPA, WTPA.
Wild Turkey Personal Assistant.
No, I thought about Wild Turkey the first time.
Yeah, well, yeah. You see them
WT.
stickers all over the place.
WTPA. We're going to have the first meeting of the WTPA this afternoon.
Woo-hoo! We're pretty excited about it.
If you see this on your kid's screen, just know
WTPA.
there's fiction to be action.
We're the parents.
No, parents not a word.
Oh.
No.
Where is correct.
Where
Where to park ambulances.
Park is incorrect.
Where to,
Ambulance
where to play.
play is incorrect.
Where to
We got 6 more minutes. This is my last one.
where to poop.
Hey,
That can be important
I
information
have no
sometimes.
idea.
you know what? You bring that up, and we
Yes.
got these signs here. I need a sign that says I am speeding to the bathroom in case an officer gets up next to you and
Yes.
hold that sign. I'm like, I'm heading to the restroom. Buddy. Don't pull me over. So
Oh, I'm sure that'll work.
WTPA. WTPA stands for Where's the party at?
Where's the
Oh.
party at?
Where's the party at? Used by kids all over
Well,
America.
that is grammatically incorrect
Why?
because you're ending a sentence with a preposition.
No, there was no period there. There's a question mark.
You can't. You don't end the sentence with.
You can't
don't
say.
end the
You
sentence
can't say.
with that.
You can't say. We're at the party. Oh my goodness.
I mean, how we want to be correct as we can be. We don't walk up and say where the party at.
What a party at?
Yeah,
Woo-hoo!
it's okay to be. It's okay to be incorrect grammatically and politically these days.
Apparently so.
So
Everything is cool.
everything's cool. Well, it's getting close to the end of the day.
I am dumb as a box of rocks, but I am identifying as a very well-educated man.
Well, you're doing a good job.
Well, that's cool. So I'm identifying as someone that
I'm
unemployed.
trying to identify as someone smarter than I really am.
If you're out there listening, and I'm on the job market again, if you're out there listening and you need somebody for a couple of days a week, for a couple hours a day,
That's all you want to work for a couple hours
listen.
a day.
I might be your guy. I mean, I'm gonna, the United Auto Workers want to get 40 hours pay for a 32-hour week. I'm going to take a little bit further. I mean,
There you go.
if you
40
just
hours
need-
for
Yeah.
2 hours for 2 days a week.
Yeah,
Well,
I can't commit. To
Man, if it
which-
works out, I'm gonna jump on.
My
that
problem is I
bandwagon.
can't commit to which 2 days. And I know it can't be Thursday or Sunday.
So if we
Well-
want somebody who is completely inconsistent, we need to hire you.
That's exactly right.
Okay.
That's exactly right.
Well, there you go. See.
You sure you don't want to get back in
Hey,
government?
listen, you would fit right in.
No,
with me.
I'm
You would fit right in with the way I do things sometimes.
See, there you go. How about real estate agent?
no, I'm good.
Well,
I think I'm good for a while. So
I mean, you just
isn't that-
sit around and show land and houses and stuff. I mean,
What do you mean sit around and?
sit around.
no, there's more to it than that. I'm
There
sorry.
you go. Thank
Yeah, you got to get on your four wheeler every once in a while and ride around the land. And
Talk about the land.
yeah, when you do your comps,
You got to be a busy man.
That's right. I'm sorry. I downgraded that.
there's a lot of work
I
that
did-
goes into it.
There is,
and,
there is, but it's enjoyable work.
Yeah, and you get to go out and ride around land a lot, don't you? And stuff like that.
Look at places.
Hey, look at here.
Now we're talking.
Too late. It's
Oh.
too late.
Hey, good morning. How are you, buddy?
Jeff, I have really enjoyed your show this morning, but I've got one important one more that Keith needs to talk about.
Okay.
Excuse me. It's DROMHH.
DROMHH.
Right.
And what does that stand for?
Don't run over my horse hockey.
Oh me.
We need some bumper stickers and some T-shirts now. But that on there.
See,
Oh my goodness.
yes, don't run over my horse.
I'm
hockey.
telling you, take that man a cookbook and a video camera.
I'm on that. We're gonna work on
Okay.
that. We're gonna work
So
on that.
what did I commit to earlier?
Should we
I
put him
want-
in an apron too?
Yeah, because
Standing behind
it
the
could be
counter?
visual too.
He
you
needs
know,
to
it
stand
could be
behind a
visual.
little counter and a mixer and put him in the apron, and
Yeah.
he could read out of the cookbook.
No mixers.
No, I'm gonna do the cake mix.
Well, I know. I'm just saying for ambiance.
Oh yeah, do that.
You know what I mean? He's not going to be mixing.
So do
He's
you
gonna
know,
be
the
reading.
sound I'm talking about when you mix up a cake
Yeah.
or mix batter in a bowl?
No, I don't. So I'm gonna have to
You,
go to
can't-
your
you, got to-
YouTube
you mix
channel.
it in a bowl and you hear that scraping sound and you think, oh my goodness, I get to eat cake batter.
That's, you know,
Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah.
You think, oh my goodness, I get to eat cake batter.
Well, I do. Hey, my mom would say that's got raw eggs in it. Man, it tastes pretty good.
Oh,
Hey,
You know,
raw eggs in it.
fixing to cook them if they're bad, you don't even use them. Oh my goodness!
and what's your YouTube channel?
It's called K Fix It.
K Fix It. And
Yeah,
give you a
all
couple.
one
That's
word.
yours?
Yeah, and I only got one video out there, but it's been viewed several thousand times.
Really? So we need to subscribe
I'm
to it. Hit the
fixing,
like
I'm fixing
button.
my swim pool. I'm showing people how to save hundreds of dollars on their swim pool.
Okay.
And which is a drop in the bucket. If you're out there and you're thinking about getting a swimming pool, do not get a swimming pool.
Preach on, brother.
Alan Betts.
Yeah.
Well, this is our show.
We have completely wasted an entire hour.
The bad part about it is our listeners cannot get that hour of their life back.
We do have to go. The hard breaks here. Guys, thanks for being here.
See you next week.
Hey, good Lord willing, we'll be back in the morning. We'll start another day together. We'll see you then.
Americans approved to leave for Egypt today. John Rauschenberger's daughter and 5 grandchildren among them, and he just told Fox.
We're on needles and pins to see whether or not